Greetings and welcome to episode 16 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod Ottoman Empire campaign. It's been a very long time since we've been back to this campaign, my friends. I wanted to really bring it back into the fourth here. I've got to confess, I had been enjoying this campaign a lot, but of course other things come along. The world changes drastically in the meantime, my friends, and of course this campaign has, I admit, been left behind somewhat. I'd like to try and resurrect it, as it were, bring it back into the fore. And to do so, we come back with a bang here, with a battle for Baghdad. We are under severe pressure on two fronts. We've got the Austrians in the west, with the Persians in the east. And of course, we now have Baghdad under siege here, and under attack, as it were. Now, we're not, I would say, in a horrific position in terms of our strategic placing here. Also, our armies are in fairly good shape. Now, of course, we would like to see more. Now, in Ankara, we are building, out of the gaze of our enemies, a really strong force, an elite force. A force is going to contain the best units we can possibly put together at the moment. Now, of course, we've also researched Nizam infantry now, and also Nizam units. Now, of course, the Nizam are effectively, or were effectively, the equivalent Ottoman of the Western forces. So we're looking to bring in some more Western aligned forces into our own armies. But of course, we need the facilities which to recruit them. We don't have them yet. We're still researching that. Of course, our research is way behind anybody else's. So we've had to play a game of catch up, as it were. But we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. We just need the time to consolidate what we've got. Now, of course, we hear of it's going to be a terrific battle. It really is. But we should, and that's just a niche thing. But we should be able to win this battle. As you can see, they've got a lot of infantry. They're even bringing some mob here. Camel gunners, which we know can be an absolute menace. They really can. They've got some Zamindari horsemen, which we also have our own as well. We've also got musketeers. We've also got the absolute... They really are the backbone of some of our armies here, and that's the Riskers of Souls. These are berserkers. Look at the morale, 14. The highest you can possibly find anywhere. These men will fight to the death. To the death. The number of times they've actually dug us out of what looks like a certain defeat and bring it into victory is many times, my friends. Of course, we've got the Israelis here as well. We've got our own musketeers and also Sekban Janissaries. These gentlemen really do know how to get stuck in. We've also got one regiment of Janissary Grenadiers, a Beylik Janissary Grenadiers. They've also proven their worth, but as you can see, this army does need a little bit of refining around the edges here, particularly with our cavalry, which isn't really what we'd like to see. But again, we must be patient here. We are battling on two fronts, and we are really up against it, so we've got to absolutely be on our top of our game here. We're going to take this battle here. As you can see, even odds here. Let's take the fight. Let's assault here. We're going to move out, try and take back try and bring back what is ours, get it back under our control, and give the Persians a sound thrashing along the way as well. And we hopefully can then start to rebuild our forces in the Middle East. Our forces in the west are not looking too bad at all, I must be fair. They are pretty much, they do have the equal of what the Austrians are throwing at us. It is oh, look at this, it must be dusk here. Indeed it is. Look at this, the day is drawing to a close. Oh, look at that, the topography, what a huge deployment zone. My goodness me, this is absolutely massive. But to complicate matters, we have this town here, obviously. I wonder where... There it is, there's Baghdad. There's Baghdad proper in the background. There it is. But of course, we've got this small outlying town here, which is going to provide us with a little bit of a problem, because of course we don't want our forces to get tangled in street fighting. That would be an absolute death knell to some of them. But we do have enough scope here, I believe, to bring the majority of our forces into a defensive position here, hemming ourselves in. We'll probably use the village as a sort of a backstop, as an anchor, to protect our right flank. But as you can see here, we really do have to be absolutely on the guard here. We can take them off, fire at will here, which we won't. The Zamindari can in the right hands, and my hands are not the right ones. My control with cavalry is not good at best, but cavalry that can fire is horrific, I must be fair. But we should try and use them as best we can here. Look at that, musketeers. I do like the musketeer. Look at that. And we've also our technology is starting to really bring us up now into the top spec here, being able to match some of the Western armies, not completely. We're not going to replace them. I'm not going to say yeah we can match them or we can't, because we don't have the facilities quite yet, but we will eventually have those facilities. And of course we've also got the organ gun here, which is an absolute brute if it starts to really get going. It really is. Got these radius, but I like to have the musketeer. I like to have these gentlemen here as the front line. We might put the organ gun just behind them, because once the might even put the organ gun on original. This would be perfect for the organ gun right here, firing over and into them, because once the organ gun gets going, it'll probably eliminate an entire regiment. I kid you not. But the rate of recharge reloading is horrific. But let's get our gun set up here for at least for a little bit here, shall we? That's the organ gun, as you can see here, right on the edge, on the top here. I wonder if we can just move it a tad forward here. That's more like it. And we've also got our 18-pounder. I wouldn't want to get the 18-pounders up here as well. I know that the council does like to have them in the actual front lines, but we are going to attack. We're not going to sit back here. We are going to have some defensive forces here, but I'd like to try and attack on the flanks if possible. Just bring them under full control here. And we've also got our mortar, which I think we might just set up. Let's see where the mortar's range is. Now, of course, there is. I mean, the low man's land is huge. What's the mortar's range? There it is. There. This is the range here of the mortar. So we might put the mortar just. No, then again, if they start getting hit by our own gun, that's going to be an absolute menace for us. No, I think we put the mortar here. We've got the explosive shell with the mortar as well. That's good. Might put the organ gun and the mortar together just to give us that extra fire control. I know they're not the same caliber in terms of what they provide, but they just bring them together will be a benefit. Now we've got the musketeers here. There's the musketeers. They're not too bad at all, the musketeers, but I would like to get more of these Janissary musketeer order into line here, to be honest with you. I think we'll set the Bailick Janissary Grenadiers in the front line here, just guarding it, anchoring our defensive position here, making sure the guns can do their work, because these will be absolutely pivotal in what we do here. We've got the second band Janissary. We might actually send them out and trying to sort of be ready to attack the enemy. These sort of Riskers of Souls, they're an absolute monster in the battle they are. And we've got a good selection here of troops, we really do. Thankfully we have equipped Baghdad to look after itself up to a point. It's not quite at the full defensive capability, because it doesn't have any defensive walls, which we, to be honest with you, would probably see any attack off at the moment. But we are where we are. We don't have the finances at the moment to do that, what we would like to, but still, such are things. Life doesn't always go the way you want it, my friends. You have to adapt, to change, mould yourself into what does come your way. Use what you have available to your best. We've got the Fellaheen musketeers here, which we might just pop on this flank here. We'll just put them here. Actually, put them here, but we can, once the deployment zone is finished, we can put them into proper position here. Now that's a solid defensive line, as you can see. It's a good defensive line here, and they're actually hidden here. Oh, that's a wonder. The grass is long enough to hide a good section of our troops here. Got the grenadiers. Look at the grenadiers. What an absolute! Look at the hats. That's a wonder. I'm not sure if that would be a fez or not, but I'm not 100% sure. You could call that a fez, possibly. Now we have got the Zamindari, which I would like to send out on some of the flanks. We've also got the camel nomads up here, so we might put the Zamindari and camel nomads on the flanks here, but try to keep them apart if possible, because actually they have fire as well. Good grief, this is going to be difficult, because as I said before, I'm not the finest in terms of that, but we'll just keep them together. Just we got some mobility on one of the flanks, and on the right flank here. We've got a Fellaheen here as well. I'd like to put together a little bit of a task force to move out. Let's put the Fellaheen on this flank as well. Let's protect ourselves as best we can here. So I think we'll send. We've got some. I'd There's a risk of assault. The risk of these are the gentlemen. These are the gentlemen you want in the fight. Look at that. They don't look much. You're probably thinking, well, they look at what a ragbag tag here of men here, but they are some of the finest, if not the finest, hand-to-hand combat troops you will see anywhere. The morale is, well, it's almost unparalleled. I wonder if we can hide them somewhere and just catch them off guard here somewhere. I don't really catch them in the tree. Can they be hidden here? They can. Oh, they can indeed, sir. They will rip anything to shreds that come their way. Now, let's get out of the fence. We've got a second band janissaries here. We might just put these gentlemen behind the lines just to counter anything that tries to come in on our flanks here. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. They've got pistols. Might even, I don't know, if they are able to fire, which I'm completely ignorant of at the moment, I do apologise, then I would like to try and move them out here and use them with some Israeli forces to strike out against the Persians. Let's take a strike force here and move out. Got the risk of assaults here. Some more Israelis here as well. I just wanted to make sure we got all our defences fully intact. We've got some more Israelis here, so we're okay in terms of defence. We can reinforce both flanks here, so we might just put these gentlemen here to get more fire at will. We don't want our own casualties firing. We get enough of that as it is anyway. We've got these two regiments as well, so we might just send out a task force on this flank here. Gentlemen, guys are sloppy. So we might just send these out in and the cavalry on the flank, trying to squeeze that flank, push them against the defences here. We've also got Israeli here, they're going to add actually a layer of defence for us. We've got the guns here, the organ gun is an absolute brute. What's the range of the organ gun? Oh, just shy here as well. We've got to push them into our defences, we really do. Right, I think we're ready to go here. Let's begin. Look at that, they've also got their cavalry on this flank here as well. Let's try and pull them into different positions here. What we will do is we'll definitely pull our forces in here. Try and pull them apart here. Look at that! The organ gunners have absolutely ripped them to shreds. Look at that, they've gone. We have to be absolutely on our toes here. We are not going to be caught on the hop here at all. Oh, look at the organ gun. That's the organ gun in full swing there. My goodness me. We've completely pushed against the flank here. Gentlemen, steady now. Oh, they've gone. That is unbelievable. The Segban Janissaries have gone. Bowman. We got them in. We just didn't get him in. Come on, Jamie. We've got to. Will they come back? That's the critical thing. An absolute brute of a shot. Look at that. That's what the organ gun can do. It's a brute. Oh, good grief. Let's get in the dealership. Let's go hand to hand. You want that fight? You'll just drive, sir. Oh, that's a clash of the Titans there. See, if we hold this flank here, let's get stuck in there. They've gone. They've had enough. Let's not give up here. Let's pivot. Oh, what a joy that is to see. Come on, gentlemen, now. Steady now. Lads, just be steady here. Let's finish this flank. Get out from that morass, get out from that morass. Try to pivot the flank here. Oh, let's get into those divisions, get in there, let's get into them. Let's look lively. Let's look lively. Straight into them. Straight into them. Absolutely thrashed here. Oh, the sec band, they've done their job. They've done a good job here. No, hold. Hold your line there, sir. Oh, look at these. Look at them. They are risking their souls. Look at this, is an absolute melee fight now, look at that. Yes. Now that's a fight. Oh, these whiskers are souls, these are absolute... Oh, these are monsters in the fight, sir. those Riskers Assaults against some Zamindari. Let's have a fight. So if you want to fight, we'll oblige. There they are, look at that. As soon as they hit the front, bam, gone. Let's bring the... Oh, that's a wonderful victory for us. What an absolute brute of a fight. Oh, we lost 800, they lost 3,000 men nearly. Wow, that was a... Look at that. Sekban Janissaries did a wonderful job. Israelis as well. Riskers Assaults got in. Look at that. They got in at the last moment. They killed 261. That's the skill of them. Wow. That was a wonderful fight. Look at that. We've absolutely destroyed that. Our army remains well intact here as well. We probably need the general in here, to be honest with you. Just bring up what we can here to full strength. I think we've pretty much pushed the Persians away for now. We don't really have anything in the area that can really bother us, to be honest with you, at the moment. We do have this agent here which will cause us some grief, but we've still got a good supply going through, probably into Basra here. Yes, there's Basra, so that'll definitely help us out there. Do we have any spies in the region? We do have a spy in the region here, so I think we'll be able to bring the spy down here. We'll just keep an eye on what's going on in and around. Do they have anything around this region here we can't quite see yet? No. Right. Now, as I was saying, we've got anchorers starting to put together, as you can see here, a very powerful force here. Look at this. Royal Mameluke Guards. And we've also got the excellent Delhi Horsemen. We've got plenty, look at that. Sekban Riflemen. Look at the accuracy, 66 light infantry, brilliant to have. Getting another group. We've got Israelis as well. We've got plenty of cannon. A decent general as well. We've got good trade coming in here, 8,000 coming in here as well, so we've got to be careful what we're doing here. As you can see, we've got a very strong trade link with Crimea, and the Crimeans have actually taken Kiev, which is brilliant to see, it really is. It sort of puts the Russians on the back foot because we are at war with Russia, but peace with Poland for how long I don't know, but here's a real crucial fight going on here. Look at the army they sent in here. Look at that. Royal Hungarian Grenadiers, Royal Hungarian Line Infantry. Look at that heavy cav, Grenadier Guards, lots of lancers, Uhlans. They're a brute. That's a pretty powerful force, and they haven't disembarked, but we do have a force here that can meet them. Look at this force here. It really had. Look at that. 2 Riskers Assaults in here, which will really take the fight to them. We're almost at full strength. We just need a little bit more time. This force will be at full strength, but these are at full, well, relative full strength. This one is. Look at that Janissaries hand mortar ball. Look, that's they are incredible if you get close range. But these armies are at full strength. They do need a little bit of tweaking here and there. Another Riskers Assaults here because we just got mob here, but we do use them more of as a meat shield. And look at this army here. Absolutely, probably one of the finest ones we've got. Look at that Royal Janissary infantry guards. This is probably the best army we've got anywhere. Includes the Riskers Assaults, of course, and here as well. That's a wonderful. Look at that. It really is probably matching. Yeah, I would say probably matching one of the best, one of the Austrian armies. Again, we're just trying to keep ourselves in the fight here. Yeah, I think we've got a good imam here. We might just send him forth to keep up. Because why do we want to do? We want to pick off Austrian armies. So I think we'll send him in here just to add some religious unrest. We've also got the Russians in the puppet. As you can see here, we do need to upgrade Istanbul. We've actually got these German Bashi bazooks here. The melee defense is pretty good. The very effective mobile mob, as you can see, we're using them more than anything. I think we'll cancel this. I think we'll go for more of these melee infantry, these Semat Janissaries, melee infantry, or maybe even some more musketeers. That'd probably be far better for us, to be honest with you. Maybe some of these grenadiers. I think moving along the more of the elite infantry line would be much better for us. We've got all we can out of the Royal Mameluke Guards, which is a little bit of a shame. Maybe even some extra guns, especially. Oh, we've got 24 pounders here as well. Now we do need that for this army here, I believe. Yes, the 24 pounders do excellent here, so I think we'll move more towards the 24 pounder line. 2 of those will be excellent for us. Our research is coming along quite nicely. As you can see, we're way behind other nations at the moment. We've almost got a new model bayonet. A +2 to charge when equipped. That's absolutely fine. So that'll give us additional bayonets. But what we need is reorganised procurement, which is going to take 10 turns. Now that will give us army visorate. Now that's going to give us these gentlemen here. The Nizam Seded infantry, the Nizam mounted Nizam, and also the Nizam Seded light infantry. They're the ones we're after. This is the sort of the Ottoman equivalent of the Western forces. We'll also get Sapayas, which is an act. They are monsters on the battlefield. They really are. That's what we need. So again, our trade routes are buoyant, to say the least. We've got a lot of trade routes open. We could take Patras from the Iroquois, but I'm not sure who the allies of the Iroquois are. That's what we've got to be careful of. Their allies are extensive. We don't want to fall foul of any of these. But they are at war with France and the pirates. So hopefully they don't bring France, because we're at peace with France. We're also allied with Spain, which is good. And how Venice got here, I don't know, but we haven't been keeping an eye on things, really, to be honest with you. We are at peace with Venice. In fact, I think we've got a trade agreement with Venice, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed, we do. So that'll send us in good fair. Venice down here. Actually, they're unfriendly with us, which is a little bit unfortunate. But 20 minus 56. Hopefully that'll keep them on our side for as long as possible. We're of course at war with Russia, but everybody else we are okay. We're allied with Sweden and Spain. Everybody else is relatively friendly with us. We've got hostility here from Austria, of course. And actually, we're not at war with Austria. We're at peace with Austria, so that's going to give us time here. That's why they haven't attacked, but it'll give us time to get ourselves organised. So that the loss here you see of these men was actually fighting an Austrian army and destroying it. That's what brought them to the peace table. I had actually forgotten. So it's enabled us to it'll actually give us time to get the force in Ankara, maybe even build another force here in Istanbul, and take the fight to the Persians in the meantime. That'd be wonderful. It really, really would. And also try and get some of these trades up and running. What's the trade coming in here? 6250, that's more like it. We've got here as well. I think there's another here as well. We'll bring that local fishery in here. Get as much food as we can for our population. Also, we've got Alexandria, which we do need to increase. But we're trying to just keep ourselves below the parapet here. But if Russia does attack, whatever reason, we can and do have the forces to stand against them here. Especially this one. This force will be moved into probably a blockade, maybe even move into Bulgaria. But let's end the turn here, my friends. Let's just see what comes our way here. If we can just hold on and Austria keeps off from us for a while, we will definitely be able to put together a decent force in Ankara, which we can send then against the Persians. Spain, which is seeing a little bit of damage there, taking the fight. Ooh. Right. Ooh. Prussia taking the fight to Poland now. That'll keep them on their toes. Now. Ooh, for 1,000 for 10 turns. We don't mind that. Their enemies are Great Britain. No, that means they want to get through to the Crimean Khanate. Because they want to go for the Crimean Khanate. That's what they want to try and do. Try and get through our territory to hit them. We need the Crimean Khanate to stay. So on our side, no, not even for 1,000 gold. I don't think I'll allow that, because they want to try and go for the Crimean Khanate. Coming trade partners, we've got so much trade. Mind you, no, I just want to keep on side with Poland, just in case things tip our way. Let them fight each other if necessary. If it gives us time and space to be able to put together a decent attacking force in Ankara and Istanbul, then that's the time we're gonna make the most of. Mind you, they have to get through Sweden to get through Crimea, so they don't really need our access. I wonder where they got military access for. That was strange. Sweden, allies of ours, and I'm not sure where they're going. Oh, they blockade Britain. That's going to hurt our trade. Marathons, Persia. They do have a lot of armies, Persia. We just got to keep our eye on that there a little bit. Okay, they've hit a few of our farms and our town cities there. Look, look, wow. Now, talk about threading the needle. Good grief. Ah, wait a minute there, sir. That's okay, we'll invest. We'll bring up all of our buildings up here to full strength here. I don't think for a second that's going to put us off. It isn't. What we are going to do is we're going to bring all of these gentlemen up to full strength here. And I think probably a military academy will do us well here in Baghdad, to be honest with you. Mind you, we've got quite a lot available to us, so investing in that is not going to really suit us at the moment. The gentlemen in Syria, we got so much upgrade. A commercial port here, 2,500. I think we'll invest in our economy here for the moment. Here. What does this army need? It's got two more cannon coming along. I think probably looking at getting some. No, I think we need more line infantry here, and probably some more. That's those two gentlemen here. That's all we can get at the moment. They're at full strength. This army is now at full strength. So this army here is going to just wait and see what comes its way. If the Austrians declare war on us again, we've got this army to strike at these if they disembark. We will hit them immediately with everything we've got here. And he's become quite the general as well. Mentioned dispatches, Corporal and Goldbraid, and mentioned dispatches, so he's a very, very good general indeed. Only 44 as well, so he's going to suit us well. Talia, so we've got those there. What I'd like to do is just move our spy. So we might be able to pick off additional armies. We want to keep an eye on what's going on here. Just keeping this gentleman sort of east of Baghdad, see what's going on there. I think that's an army we can deal with. Most of these Persians army we can deal with. They're all coming up to full strength now, which is excellent to see. I just look at that, they took an absolute hammering there. If this army can get to full strength, we'll send this army down into against the Persians. Actually take the fight to the Persians. So with that in mind, I think we'll start moving our spy up this way to Armenia, see if we can take this territory from them. This force will lead that front, that charge. And also we can start perhaps building another army here. What's our income going to be? 754, which is not too bad at all, not too shabby at all. Can we upgrade anything else yet? We've got commercial ports here and here. We do have a lot coming in here from the Crimean Khanate, which hopefully can hold their own here. Oh, look at that, Kalmuks. A lot of Cossacks. They've also taken Kiev, which was a surprise, I must be honest. When they're also, oh look at that, they're also upgrading here again, which is very nice to see. I don't know why did the Polish need a way through our territory, because they'd have to go through Swedish territory to get to the, and they can just go through here and get through Belarus to get to the Kiev. Something's going on here as well, because as the Crimea are attacking this as well, and Poland's got his hands full with Prussia as well, which is good to see. What else do we have going on? Anything else? We've got this here with 13 colonies. We've got trade with 13 colonies as well, which is excellent. Anything else coming in and out of here? Oh, yes, of course. Mexico? Yes, we've got trade with Mexico as well. And what else? Marathan Confederacy is moving through here as well. And oh, also the Louisiana as well, we've got trade with. Excellent there. What about here? Now, of course, the Maratha Confederacy is completely dominant here in India, in the subcontinent. We've got a good trade deal with them. We've got trade coming off the Indian Ocean as well, which we might have to increase. East India's a big part. There it is there. I think everything else is taken up here, but that's absolutely fine. We might increase what's going on in here to increase what's coming out of the East Indies. Oh, look at that. We also got in here. So we must start to increase our trade node fleets. Nothing in here. And I don't believe we've got anything in coast of Brazil. Yes, we do indeed. I do beg your pardon. We've got one here. So we're definitely going to start to increase what's coming in out of here. We can't let that allow those to slip by either. Right. Ideally what we want is form of a strong... we have to refit this army for definite. This one needs a lot of refitting. But mind you, most of the troops have to come from Istanbul, and that's the problem, see. It takes a long time for them to get here. How's the infrastructure? Not too bad here, but... yeah, see, we need metal roads here in Belgrade. See, a lot of these places don't even have metal roads yet. So our infrastructure is suffering here because of that. Do we have that here? We do in no, look. No, that's it's doing now it is. So we'll be able to get upgrading here for this. That'll give us an increase here. But we need to get metal roads along the frontier here as well. Is there metal roads in Ankara? Hopefully there is indeed. There are. Right, let's end the turn, my friends. See what's going on here. It's probably the last turn. They're starting to move troops along here, but that's fine. Prussia is starting to restretch its legs like that because it keeps the Poles on their toes. Looks like Russia's going to start to aid the Poles as well. So come on, Crimea, don't overstretch now. Yeah. So Russia's going to help maintain Warsaw for the Poles. I don't know what Sweden's going to do with that force there, but oh, they're going for the Dutch there. Wow, 13 colonies. I wonder if we'll see the US. The US have always been excellent allies and trade partners. So they're going to start trying to hitting some of our farms going along here. They're going to hit the port. They're going to hit the port. I well knew it. Venice. We do have trade with Venice, which just keeps us on the right side of them at the moment. They are quite strong, the Venetians. Mexico and pirates. The Mexicans went for the pirates. That's absolutely fine. Okay, enemy raid here. I can guarantee we're going for the port there. That will really hurt us badly if they get stuck in there. So we'll have to do something about that. We should have destroyed that army where we had the chance what is next to us. Cotton warehouse 40 bales. What's the cotton price at the moment? It is 25. It's actually pretty high. Actually, tea is the highest, which is unusual. Mind you, look at that. We've got look how much we're flooding the market with ivory. And with spices. We've just absolutely flooded the market. Great Britain's been cut off, of course, from us. Probably because who's hit them? Who's hit Great Britain? Ah, that's why the Swedes have hit Great Britain here. Cut off quite a good supplier here, or export or importer, should I say? Ah, where is he? There he is.
Emirlerinizi yerine getirmeye hazırım.
If we move out of Baghdad, it's going to catch us up. They're going to definitely hit this port here. We want to upgrade the port here to commercial port. Hopefully they'll hit the port and then they'll move out, but the chances are they won't. We might have to run them down, and hopefully this army won't. Mind you, we can't lose Baghdad. That really is a linchpin. What's hurting us here? Devastation by armies, that's what's hurting us. Large madrasa. Here I think we'll get the local fishery here. And college here. Dockyard, what will dockyard give us? Only the 6/5 rate is not really worth equating for investing in that. We can invest much more wisely here. So we've got 2 spaces left. We've got these 2 gentlemen, they're going to fill that space. We've got our elite army ready to go then. We will then be moving against the Persians here, striking here. Now let's really get ourselves organised here. Let's get some recruitment going here. Can we invest in anything else along the way here? That's what I've upgraded here. Nope. Pasha's Palace. Oh, look at that, that'll give us Riskers of Souls. How many have we got here of these gentlemen? I think we've maxed out our Riskers Assaults. We have indeed. We don't have any Albanian Voltar warband. They are excellent, these gentlemen really are good fighters. We just got to be very selective in what we do. They got 8,000, but I can try and increase our army. We can't upgrade anything just yet. Putting the commercial port, there's no linkage here. So that'll be an absolute waste. I think what we will do is we'll invest in some additional sloop. Send these gentlemen out into the wide world. Another sloop there, we'll invest in another sloop here to increase our trade income. Another sloop here as well. Another sloop here. And that can actually move back into here. A sloop here as well should be sent out. Increase our trade fleets. Here, here another sloop. Got so much upgrade, my goodness me. £24 here. I think we'll get this here, this mansion. I think that'll be it there, my friends. I think we've done all we can at the moment. We don't recruit too much. Can we invest in... get a naval board? School of Poetry. A naval board will give us these research, which we can't get, so I think we'll get a naval board. Oh, Wittenberg have gone, wow. Trade gain is excellent. Excellent to see. I think we're just holding our own here at the moment, but what we do need to do is... actually, no, I think what we will do, we'll cancel that. We'll actually get metal roads here. Belgrade. So we've got that much quicker pace of movement of troops from the front lines here. I think we'll start putting together another force for the western front, so we can move against it, retrofit this army here. We need to remove some of these forces here, aren't very good at all, so we'll start retrofitting that army there with additional forces. Got Janissary Beylik, and we've got one of those gentlemen there. Pikemen, no. I think that's what we will stop there. Now we'll also end the episode here, my friends. We've had a good episode here. We've managed to defeat the Persians, send them on their heels. They are, but we're going to hit. Looks like they're going to hit Basra here. We're not going to be able to. We should have destroyed them while they were here. They're going to aim straight for the port there. Well, if they aim for the port, what we will do is we'll probably move this force down into Baghdad. Have this force move against them. Then what we might do is move this force from Baghdad. We might even go to Isfahan itself. Or what we might do is clear up these fronts here. We might use this force here to take Armenia and Georgia. So if that's the case, what we do need to do then is to find out what's going on up there. And keep an eye on what's going on, the movement of troops here, because they've got quite a lot of troops in the area. As you can see here, if this force is going to move, it's got to pick its fights absolutely perfectly. We can't waste a single force here. These have come at great cost, great sacrifice, these gentlemen here. Got to really make use of this army. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed the return of the Ottoman Empire campaign. As always, please keep your comments coming down below, my friends. Thank you for all of your wonderful support and advice. It's been absolutely fantastic. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.